Hello, my name is Scamp, and I'm going to review anime that are terrible. Today I'll be reviewing The Epic of Zektbach, an OVA from 2011. Zektbach is the pseudo name for a bloke who makes fantasy-themed electronic music. The music all comes together as part of a story of sorts in the forms of character CDs and so on. To expect a story of any real quality from these is perhaps asking too much. And to be fair, the music is pretty cool, which is what he's selling. Lots of ladies doing Latin chanting and all that. But still, the anime based of it is awful. The story is about a woman with a magical sword who lazily swings it against hordes of heavily armoured grunts on CGI horses with terrible aiming capabilities. The fight scene with the woman at the start is pretty much entirely disconnected from the siege scene that happened to be going on at the same time. Except they both had lots of characters we don't care about on strange CGI horses, of which all 10,000 or so failed to hit her with their bows and arrows even though she's travelling in a straight line. Then she attacks him with her magical sword, and this sword, man, it is glorious. It destroys anyone who stands in its path with its wide knowledge of physics and biology formulas, and apparently being able to control the Matrix too. Why does this sword use maths formulas, by the way? But the girl is just dancing. What's that got to do with maths? I don't know, for it is never explained. There is very little explained in this OVA, so let's not worry about that for now and head back to the story. So, a motionless and personalityless girl who wields a sword then has a bunch of slice of life conversations with her childhood friend, who's a generic moe girl who looks totally out of place amongst this Arabian setting, and her brother, who's one of those stupid bitches who spends his time cracking vaguely flirtatious lines read off the Idiot's Guide to Being a Flirtatious Anime Character Handbook while leaning nonchalantly in doorways. The cliches go on, which, while bad in itself, gets even more jarring when they toss in a cliche that shouldn't even be in this Arabian setting. Everyone is so stoic and emotionless, yet they're doing that whole leaning nonchalantly in doorways thing. The two don't click. Being only 30 minutes long, the plot leaps about at a rather silly rate. Barely 10 minutes after an adoring crowd bow at the feet of our heroine, they put her up on a cross and bathe for her blood, shouting, "Crucify her, crucify her." But then, spoiler, she breaks free, which I would have thought been a pretty surprising thing to happen for the viewing public. But everyone was so stoic that they treated it as though the fact a mass murdering machine was on the loose should be treated in the same tone of voice they used to describe an oncoming wisp of cloud. Maybe they too saw how inevitable and obvious it was that she's going to escape that they'd long since gotten bored of the story. The main character seemed pretty bored by it too. She just killed all her friends and her love interest. Rest in peace, brother. May you nonchalantly lean on heaven's gates. Oh, and the people that she claimed she spent her life protecting, she brutally murdered all them too, yet she seemed utterly disinterested in the whole thing. Neither was she particularly interested in the fact that she had this amazing power. Characters in this anime simply weren't capable of contorting their faces in such a way to express anything other than stoic indifference. The Epic of Zektbach is pretty dumb, but thankfully it's dumb enough to be entertaining. The magical sword cutting through CGI horses always got a laugh out of me, as did the bland reactions the Queen had to the mass murderer escaping. Plus, the character designs are hot. I do rather like Arabian girls in anime, and the music's pretty cool too, so honestly I quite enjoyed watching this. It's so bad it's good, as cliche a term as that is. Epic of Zektbach holds that title with pride.